Good evening, NXGN International. I am Camille, your host for today. I hope everyone is doing well and having an awesome Monday. So tonight is the night to recharge and get a full of energy and excitement. So why don't we share our energy by typing excited on our group chat? Okay? So, do not contain excitement sa sarili mo lang. So, yes, let's have an awesome Monday, an amazing Monday. So, thank you so much for typing. Ayan, if you're not yet excited, okay lang ba? Di ba? You borrow the energy from our teammates and be excited. Because, ayan, di ba? I formally welcome you to our Next Gen Monday Hustle. Tonight, we'll be hearing a powerful insight from one of our Usana Philippines top leaders. So also, we will have another edition of our newest segment here in Monday Hustle, the Product Spotlight, which features our product highlights. So you are sure to take home so much learnings tonight. So I hope you have your complete team with you. So okay lang ba if you'll check your teammates kung nandito na ba sila, because if they're not yet here, kindly chat them. Why? Because, di ba, if you have your team here, di ba, we will learn and win together. All right? So I'm excited to know that we have already a lot of associates tune in, and we are also live in YouTube. So right now, we are a total of 304. So there's more room, di ba, for our teammates. Kaya make sure nandito sila. So why don't we start this webinar with a prayer? Okay? So let's put our presence in the Lord. Dear God, thank you for your great love and blessing over our lives. Thank you that your favor has no end, but it has last for our lifetime. Forgive us for sometimes forgetting that you are intimately acquainted with all of our ways, that you know what concerns us and covers us with your shield. So we ask for your guidance so that we might walk fully in your blessing and goodness today. We ask that your face would shine on us, that you would open the right doors for our lives and for our loved ones, that you would close the wrong doors and protect us from those that we need to walk away from. Establish the work of our hands and bring to fulfillment all that you have given us to do in this day. We pray that you would make our way purposeful and our footsteps firm out of your goodness and love. Give us the heart of wisdom to hear your voice and make us strong by your huge favor and grace. In Jesus' name we pray. And everybody say, Amen. So I'm sure everyone is excited to start. But before anything else, let me share with you some of our house rules. So kindly pay attention to your video, mic, and screen sharing settings. Always keep our chat room appropriate. So also designate your workspace and make sure that it is well lighted and had an appropriate background. So you may also opt to use your virtual background, and please refrain from lying down. All right? So make sure, no, pag lalo na if you are opening your cameras, ayan, so not to lie down. Communicate with me, your host, through available Zoom buttons for raising hands and responding yes or no, and etc. So thank you for being on time and for dressing appropriately. So, and make sure also to have your pen and notebooks with you and be in an attitude of learning. So now that we are all set, let's welcome our product spotlight speaker for tonight. So he's a Usana Trainers Guild certified product trainer and our goal director. So next gen, our very own, let's all welcome Engineer Josh Reyes. Hi, Coach.
So good evening, Next Gen. So good evening, everyone. Okay lang ba? Pa-type sa chat. If you can hear me clearly, can you please type, ako yun! Yan. So dapat daw mataas ang energy. Kinakabahan lang po ako, kaya po medyo nagpapadelay. Pero I only have 15 minutes for this. I hope na marami kayong matutunan for tonight. But what we're going to do for tonight is this is the new segment of Next Gen for you to concentrate on the product. But for tonight, we will have something different. Last 2 weeks ago, Coach Maya was able to tell you the competitive advantage of our Sales Essentials. So for tonight, we will be going for the application part of it. Sino po sa inyo nahihirapang mag-auto-order? Taas ang kamay. Sino po sa inyo nahihirapang mag-boom ng products? Sino po sa inyo na na-experience po yung parang, yung pakiramdam mo, parang, bakit walang bumibili? So, yun po yung yun po yung number one na concern po ng most of our associate right now. So, I feel you. And hopefully sana makuha natin yung para ma-address po natin yung concern for tonight. And I'm so excited to address this concern with you. Let me share my screen to introduce myself first. So, of course, kinakabahan ako. I think this is the first time na I will be talking to Monday Hustle. Now, without further ado, let me introduce myself first. So, my name is Josh. I am a mechanical engineer by profession, but I don't have any background in sales or even in nutritional product before Usana. But in Usana, I'm one of your gold directors and a certified product trainer as well. So, as you already know, Usana Corporate is searching. Ikaw yon, di ba? Pwede masama ka dito for people na itatrain nila to be part of the certified product trainers of Usana. Meaning, corporate Usana ang gumagawa nito para sa atin. So, kami po yung nakapasa, kasama po sa lahat po ng exam na madugo ng Kadit Corporate Pharmacist natin. So, hopefully sana lahat ng matutunan ko mapasa ko sa inyo lahat. Are you guys ready? So, moving forward, anong topic natin for today? Okay, this is not specifically for a product, but specific application of how do you move your product or how to get more people to buy your products. So, sino po dito gusto na instead of every time na makita nila yung good news, 'di ba? Mag-auto order ka na. Ikaw yung tipo na yes, auto order ka na sa wakas. Hindi auto order ka na. Sino sa inyo gusto malaman 'yon, 'di ba? Yun po yung sekreto natin for today. So, of course, moving forward, ang agenda natin for tonight is just since limited lang ang time natin. Number one, how important is retail in your business? Okay, that's the first thing that you have to address. Number two, know why people buy. Number three, believe in your products, very important. How do you increase your belief? Number four, practical tips to get more and more orders. And last but not least, how to create loyal customers talaga. Okay, are you excited? So moving forward, okay? So ito po yung natin. Ito po ang goal ko for tonight. Ang goal ko before matapos ng 15 minutes ko is to make you love your auto order. Yun talaga yun. Kung upline ka na, anong pakiramdam mo na pag, for example, sinabi ng downline mo na, Coach, yay, auto-order ko na, 200 points ang yung auto-order ko. Gusto niyo ba ng ganun? Tapos, Coach, kulang na yung auto-order ko. Paano ba mag-set up ulit? Di ba yung mga ganun yung mga masasarap na tanong? Tama ba ako? Pero ang problema, how do you teach that if ikaw mismo, hirap na hirap mag-auto-order? Number two, I would like to teach you practical retail strategies na integrated na sa system natin sa NXGN. And number three, make you independent distributors, literally. Meaning, hindi mo na kailangan umasa sa ibang tao para magkaroon ka ng business talaga of your own. So, okay lang ba? The first thing that you have to discuss for tonight is why people buy? You have to understand that. Bakit ba bumibili mga tao? Coach, bakit may mga kaibigan ako or mga associate na kabatch ko na ang dami na lang order tapos ako hirap na hirap ako mag-order? Always remember this. You sell on emotion but you justify a purchase with logic. Sabi nga ni Joseph Sugarman. I like this name. Anong ibig sabihin nun? When was the last time na bumili ka ng phone, tapos tinanong na nanay mo, tama, na magkano yan? Ba't yan yung binili mo? Ang mahal-mahal yan. Tapos sabi mo, hindi kasi ito yung feature niya, ito kasi yung ginagawa niya. Ito yung di ba? Sometimes sinabi sa'yo ng parents mo, bakit ka nag-join sa Usana? Di ba? Gina-justify mo siya based on narinig mong logical reason. Pero sa totoo lang, the reason why you really decided to purchase Usana or purchase a specific product, hindi lang Usana, is kasi emotionally na-hype ka, emotionally na-excite ka, emotionally nagkaroon ka ng purpose why you want to buy that product. Now, don't get me wrong. Hindi ka pwedeng magbenta ng isang produkto ng pura emotion lang. Do you know why? Na-imagine na to, have you ever experienced this? You tried selling to a customer na never pa napresentahan ng Usana, na wala siyang idea kung ano yung Usana. What happened? Na-feel lang niya na parang baliw ka. Okay? Na parang excited ka sa isang vitamins. Tama? Pero, have you ever tried na puro logic lang yung binigay mo? Binigyan mo lang siya ng link para video about Usana, pero hindi mo siya kinausap after. What happened? Hindi rin siya bumili. Kasi puro logical lang yan. You have to understand na dalawa dapat yung kasama sa presentation system mo or sa retail system mo, which is dapat both emotion, na-excite siya, and both logic. Naiintindihan niya kung bakit niya binili. Now, ano yung logical part ng system natin, ng process natin, na hindi mo na kailangan magpag-effortan? Alam niyo kung ano yun? Yung health and freedom presentation natin. Guys, okay lang ba? Meron ako yung note sa inyo. If you're having problem in your retail or product movement, make more presentation. Okay? Clear tayo dun, ha? Make more presentation. Kasi hindi po kusang lalabas yung sales essential sa bahay mo para maglakad, tapos magpapaalam na lang sa'yo. bibenta po na ng sarili namin ha. So babalik na lang sila, may dala-dala na silang cash. Hindi po yon. People buy because of decision based on their logical experience or yung mga nalaman nila. Alam niyo ba guys, ito may papakita ko sa inyo. Ang sikreto lang talaga kung bakit marami kang retail ng mga customer, ang coaches nyo, kasi we actually focus on presenting. We present Usana, we present more Usana, and present more Usana, and present more Usana. Bakit importante na nagpe-present ka na nagpe-present? Guys, eto ha, people buy because of two reasons. Yung rational part ng brain natin, they actually consider na, sulit ba to? Tama ba yung price nito? Maganda yung may quality na to? Yung features ba nito? Swak ba sa kailangan ko? And parang meron ba talaga tong assurance na gagana siya? Pero yung emotional is, maganda ba siya? Maganda ba yung pakiramdam ko pag tinig mo to? People only buy from people na masasatisfy itong dalawang to. Okay? So, ang question na siguro dito, so okay, Josh, nagpa-present kasi ako marami na naman ako presentation, bakit wala pa rin bumibili? Kasi logical part lang po yung health and freedom. Logical part lang po yung presentation. The emotional side that to trigger the people to buy is your story. May kukwenta ko sa inyo, alam niyo na po ito, some of you already know this, but I have a question for all of you. Ini-ensure mo ba na pag may pinapakitaan ka ng Usana, nakakwenta mo kung ano yung experience mo sa product after? Nakakwento mo ba kung ano experience mo sa business after? I have a lot of associate in the USA na sobrang ganda ng story nila. Yung first time ko marinig yung isang associate ko sa USA, sina Miss Rosa, sina Miss Yes. Alam mo yung sinasabi nila, kwento lang nila kung ano na-experience nila sa produkto. Tama, and natural na yun. Kaya sila yung may pinakamaraming PCs right now sa US. Pero always remember this, if you want to sell more, you have to make sure that facts tell but stories really sell. Your story really sell. I have a story for you guys. Some of my associates already know this, but this is my story of my mom. My mom has a lot of concerns for more than 15 years. So, ang dami ng health concern talaga, like may diabetes siya, may hypertension siya, may fatty liver siya, and etc. And we're trying our best, binago namin yung diet niya. Ang problema, hindi pa rin siya nag-improve kasi sa totoo nasiraan talaga yung katawan niya. When you start using Usana, pinilit ko pa siya mag-take. And what happened at that time, napatik namin siya, and ang ganda ng pakiramdam niya sa produkto. After mga 2 years namin ginagamit yung produkto, yan ang po yung naging itsura niya after 2 years. Guys, alam nyo ba, more than 4 million pesos na naka-create ko because of that before and after picture na nanay ko. Grabe talaga yung picture na yun. Now, be careful sa product disclaimer. This is very important. Avoid product claims to any of your sharing. Product claims are indicating na your product can actually cure, prevent, or treat any disease. Okay? So how do you avoid product claims? What we can use, you can actually share that your product can actually help maintain, promote, support your body's health. So like ko nakwento sa mga tao, hindi ko sinasabi na napagaling ng product yung nanay ko in terms of their diabetes and hypertension. Ang like ko sinasabi sa kanila sa picture ko, tingnan mo yung nangyari sa skin ng nanay ko. Tingnan mo, alam niyo ba, ang ganda ng pakiramdam niya ngayon compared before, natulungan talaga siya ng Usana na mabalik yung healthy body niya. So ongoing pa rin siya sa health recovery niya, pero sobrang laki na ng improvement niya compared before. Kasi that's my story. Alam niyo ba, pag nakikita ng mga pinapresentan ko yan, lagi na sinasabi, talaga. So joke ko pa po, siya po yung sanggol. Hindi. Pero, are you learning something new? Always remember that your story sell. Mas marami po kayo convert na business distributors or even customers from your story alone. Are you learning? Now, alam niyo ba guys, another reason kung bakit importante na health and freedom talaga yung pinaka-foundation nyo, hindi po ako magaling mag-retail, pero I make sure na every time I present to someone, I ask them if they want to try the product na lang. And I ask them more than once. Ito yung mga customers ko na alam mo yung presentan ko, this is Sir Nico, na-presentan ko siya way back 2021 pa. Tapos after a few months, nung nagpo-post ako about myself lang sa Facebook, nag-like siya, tapos bigla siya na-message sa akin, sabi niya, Josh, may policy ka dyan. May policy ka na dyan. Diba? Sabi ko, sabi na dito, nakikita niyo yung objection niya, sabi na dito, pass na muna ako, Josh, mag-iisip pa ako paano masustain yung auto-order. May objection siya. Tama, mali. Tama? May objection siya about the business, pero I make sure na sabi ko sa kanya, mag-try muna ng produkto. Sabi, policy lang ba? Di ba? Tinanong, nag-upsell pa ako. And alam nyo ba, until now, user ko siya ng policy and sell essentials. Tama, mali. Magaling ba ako mag-present? Magaling ba ako magbenta? Hindi. I just make sure na pag i-representan ako, I make sure I ask them if they want to try the product. Ito pa isa, 2021 ko rin to na presentahan, si Sir Arvin, and right now, they're using the products as well. Okay? So, the number 2 that you have to understand, bakit ba ganun kataas yung belief ko sa produkto? Kasi always remember, your level of belief in the product actually reflects kung ano yung level of activity mo in terms of sharing it to other people. I have a question for you. Did you know that Usana is the only company in the world na kaya mag-claim na actually pag ininom mo to, mapaprevent niya and matitreat niya yung vitamin and mineral deficiency ng katawan mo? We're the only company that can claim that. Did you know that we're the only company in the world with the highest number of Olympians using our product? And these are the testimonies sa kailangan mo talaga mabasa on your own. Always remember, the more facts that you know about Usana, the easier it gets to share the Usana products after. Okay ba yan? And of course, syempre yung pinaka-intelligence. Guys, may question ako sa inyo. Sino po dito? Can you please type number 1 kung nahihirapan kang i-explain ng intelligence sa mga kaibigan mo? Ano ba yung intelligence na yan? Di ba? Nang in a simple term. Okay lang ba? Can you please type number 1? Okay, may tuturo ko sa inyo for tonight. Gusto niyo malaman yung pinakamadaling way para ma-explain ta? Ito lang po. Pag sinabi yung intelligence, ito lang. Alam mo ba, pare, we're the only company in the world na pag tinake mo yung product ng Cell Essentials, iti-trigger na yung cell mo mag-repair. So may triggering effect siya. Tayo lang ang pwedeng gumawa nun sa buong mundo. So ano nangyari? Kaya mas mabilis yung effect na sa katawan natin. Tama? So, yun lang yan. It's that simple statement na gano'n. Of course, syempre, mas malalim pa yun doon kasi meron pa yung mitochondria, meron pa tayo, nire-renew pa niya yung mitochondria nyo, may tinitrigger pa niya yung endogenous antioxidant nyo. Marami pang mga terminologies na gano'n. Pero people don't buy that. People buy your story. Bakit yun yung pinakamaganda? So, yun yung pinaka-layman's term. Are you learning? Okay? So, limited time na lang ako. Moving forward. Alright. So, ayun, wala pa ako. Yan. The last thing that I will be sharing to you, the second to the last thing that I will be sharing for tonight is practical applications. Okay? So, ito po yung, kaya siya tinawag na practical applications kasi ito po yung actual na ginagawa ko. Ito po yung actual din na tinuturo ko. And ito din yung reason ko bakit sobrang, yung auto-order ko po right now, sure na yung 200 points, pero every week halos nag-auto-order po ako ngayon. So, paano siya gumagana? Ganito. Number 1, use your product first thing in the morning. Yan. Since nag-pandemic po, some of you siguro nakakalimutan na mag-take ng Cell Essentials na. Alam niyo ba guys, pag ito yung unang-unang consciousness mo sa morning, pagka-breakfast mo, or pag hindi ka nagba-breakfast, mag-take ka lang ng any drink, tapos any snack, tapos inimin mo agad yung Cell Essentials mo. Do you know why? Nati-trigger niya yung brain mo na i-remind ka na maganda yung produkto para sa ibang tao. Kasi tinitake mo nga siya. Nare-remind ka kung bakit mo siya tinitake for yourself. Belief is the first step if you want to share more your business. Tama ba ako? So that's the first step. Number 2, hustle to make people know your product. Guys, ito ha, may nagtanong sa akin na associate ko, Coach, wala kasing bumibili ng product. Nag-post naman ako sa Facebook. Okay? Now guys, ito ha, I would like to state something. Accept the fact that you're not a sari-sari store. Okay? Accept the fact that you're not a drugstore. Meaning, hindi lalapit sa iyong tao para lang bumili ng Cell Essentials. Accept the fact na you have to educate the people na ang Cell Essentials, our product natin, is better than what's available in the marketplace today. You have to hustle to do that. And remember, hindi lang to unique sa business natin. A lot of businesses na nagsa-startup pa lang, normal na mag-hustle sila. The earlier ko matanggap na ma-accept to, na talagang ang mga tao talaga yung dapat talaga, educator ako, hindi ako yung parang naghihintay lang ng sale. Educator ako, dun bumulusok yung negosyo namin eh. Kasi na-realize ko na hindi naman talaga lalapit yung mga tao. I have to make sure na ako yung lumapit sa kanila. And last but not the least, ito yung sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, you will never know until you ask someone. You will never know until you ask. Kwento ko lang sa inyo, when I was starting Usana, nag-auto-order ako for 6 months na wala akong binibenta. Kasi nga hindi naman ako mahilig talaga magbenta when I was starting. Siguro medyo problema yun ng mga technical people kasi hindi naman talaga kami mahilig magbenta. So nag-end up yung credit card ko lumobo, tapos wala akong pambayad. When you're back against the wall, doon mo talaga ma-realize na mapapwersa ka talagang mag-grow. So what I did, I asked my mentor kung paano talaga makabenta kasi wala na talaga akong pambayad ng credit card noon. Sino dito nagkaka-relate? Nung may na-discover ako, sabi ng coach ko, si Coach Gold po at that time, sabi niya, have you tried asking yung mga people na napresentahan mo? Hindi ko sila tinatanong. So I list down all of the people na presentan ko, apparently nasa mga 16 presentations na yun. Tapos I asked them isa-isa. Ang isa lang standard kong question, so, sir, have you tried, gusto mo mag-try muna ng Cell Essentials? May discount ka kasi today kasi may promo kami. Yun lang yung standard ko. So binigyan ko siya na ng discount kasi at that time desperate na ako. So maski members price ko na lang ibenta yon kasi may tubo naman ako na 10% sa auto order. So what happened? Yung first na nakuha ko is yung pinakauna ko na presentan, which is yung boss ko sa Lasal. Yung dati kong professor sa Lasal. And until now, more than 5 years na siyang gumagamit ng product until now. Sa akin siya kumukuha. Bakit? Kasi I will never know until I ask. Doon ko na-realize, every time I ask, maski may nagno-no, wala naman nasisira. Wala naman nawawala sa akin, pero marami yung pwede mag-gain. So apparently, afterwards, always remember after mo makakuha ng isang customer, ang next na step mo dito is to make them loyal. Kailangan talaga, ikaw talaga yung bilhin nila. So last 2 minutes, sorry, bilisan ko na to. I have 2 tips sa inyo para maging loyal ang customer nyo. Number 1 is the 147 rule. What's the 147 rule? Pag meron kang bagong customer, after 1 day, tawagan mo siya. Sabihin mo na sa kanya, kumustahin mo siya, sir, ma'am, natik niya na po ba yung produkto? Kasi some of them, nabili lang sila, tapos hindi nila tinitake. Tama? Some of them, ay, paano ba buksan to? May mga ganun. Paano buksan to? Ay, ma'am, ganito. Bubuksan mo. Alam niyo ba yung parang, di ba, pag may product ka, tapos may plastic siya doon sa taat ng seal, alam niyo ba yun yung pambukas? So yan, tuturuan mo pa yung mga customers mo na ganun. After 4 days, may message mo ulit yan. Ma'am, kumusta? May healing reaction ka ba naramdaman? Ay, oo, parang naging yellowish yung wiwi ko. At talaga, ay normal po yan, nagde-detox ka po, o di ba? At talaga, normal ba yun? Okay. Oo nga, para mas napadalas yung ano ko, yung pagpupo ko. Ano ba yun? Nagkaka-diarrhea ba ako? Ay, hindi pa yung diarrhea, nagde-detox mo kayo. After mga few days, tinatanggal na lahat ng dumi ng katawan mo. And gawin mo rin yun after 7 days. Alam niyo ba, pag ginagawa mo to, mas marami mga tao na makaka-capture na, okay, kaya ako pala tinitik ang Usana kasi dinidetox siya yung katawan ko. And every time na kumakain sila ng baboy, baka, napapansin nila, nade-detox talaga sila. And may incorporate nila yun sa cell screenshots. Tama? And mas lalo silang bibili sa inyo. And last na ititip ko sa inyo for tonight is this. I create loyal customer. I got this from my associate. I believe si Miss Mina Pearl Miguel na nag-start ito. Pero I would like to get this and I would like to share this in this approach. People like receiving gifts, tama? And people like to eat. So for people to like you, give them a gift that they can eat. So okay lang ba? Alam niyo ba yung 15 pesos na KitKat na 2 finger? Yun yung naging standard ko na gift. Tapos every time na may nire-recommend sa akin, one time may nire-recommend sa akin isang customer kay Sir Arvin yun. Sinabi lang niya, ay, umorder ka kay Josh, may KitKat ka pag bumili ka sa kanya. So nakaka-extra points yon, di ba? Extra para order yon. Tapos meron pa akong bagong customer. Are you learning? Now, let me share this to you. Because of those techniques na sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, I have more than 30 loyal customers that's reordering more than once currently. And this last week alone, we were able to sell more than 400 points worth of product. Because of 80% of those are loyal customers ko na. Meaning nagre-order lang sila. Anong problema? Anong problema mo? Anong gusto mo pag darating yung time? Parang, alam mo yung nagre-reorder ka na lang. Nagre-reorder na lang sila. Tapos problema mo pa yung auto-order. Tapos pinamamigay mo na ng auto-order mo. Ay, yung masarap pakiramdam. Ay, meron akong extra. Gusto mo pang auto-order mo. Sabihin mo sa downline mo, pa-quit na. Diba? Now, this will be my last note for you for tonight. NXGN still focuses on the 3S. Always remember this. 80% of your success will be part of your sponsoring. Because of sponsoring. 20% is just for the sale and 100% will be dependent on your service mindset. Pero bakit ine-emphasize ko to? Most people quit Usana simply because hindi sila makapag-auto order. Some people nagsastop sa Usana because hindi sila makapag-upgrade. Some people, I'm saying of course, syempre, most people, they have to grind, diba? They have to stay, pero ima-mindset natin talaga sila na you have to stay kasi para you stay long enough para matutunan mo kung paano gawin to. Pero imagine, what if mabawasan mo yung associate mo na nagko-quit kasi hindi nila problema mag-auto order. I have a lot of associate right now na kaya sila active sa business, hindi dahil nakakapag-present sila, nakakapag-invite sila ng maraming downlines, simply because marami silang customer na maski hindi sila nag-business, nag-order sa kanila. Tama, mali. And let me give you this. Ang goal natin dito is darating in time, mabawasin yung mga tao na nagsasabi na nag-join naman ako sa Usana pero wala nangyari sa akin dyan. Gusto natin madagdagan na nag-join naman ako sa Usana pero until now gumagamit pa rin kami. Uy, kumuha ka kay Camille, kumuha ka kay Josh, kumuha ka kay Javin, matutuwa ka sa kanya. Tama? So thank you very much everyone. That's for my part. Back to you, Coach Camille.
Yes, ayan. So thank you, Coach Josh, for that very informative and practical sharing, 'di ba? So natuto ba ang lahat? Alam nyo na, no? Palitan nyo na yung alarm clock sa katabi nyo. Usana na dapat, 'di ba? Essentials battle, ganyan. Para pagising mo, yun agad yung makikita mo, right? So why don't we send our thank you, no, in our chat box for Coach Josh? So very amazing sharing. And of course, di ba, we don't end the night with this one kasi this is just the start. So right now, this is the most awaited part of our training. So without further ado, let me introduce to you our very special guest speaker for tonight. And also, to add to your excitement, please prepare your question because our speaker will answer 3 questions after his talk. So for our third Monday Hustle of 2022, we bring to you our third Diamond speaker, Next Gen's favorite, diba? So you'll find out why, diba? Our executive 2-star Diamond director and $1 Million Club member. So learn from his more than a decade of successful MLM experience on how to create and sustain your team's momentum and build a solid business. So our speaker for tonight is a Bachelor of Science degree in nursing from UST. He is one of our Usana Philippines top leaders, a consistent Philippine top income earner, executive Diamond Summit qualifier, a multiple travel incentive qualifier, and independent distributor council member. So colleagues and friends, please join me in welcoming our executive 2-star Diamond Director Mentor Ryan Tan. Good evening, Mentor.
Hi, good evening, Camille. Good evening to everybody who are part of this Zoom meeting tonight. So first and foremost, no, although it's already January 24, let me greet everybody a happy New Year ngayong 2022. So this year is quite different, no, versus the way we started 2021. Kasi 2021, I remember parang lahat came from hatawan nung 2020, parang nung 2020 all out. So pagdating ng 2021 parang pagod. So ngayon namang 2022, no, parang it started differently in the sense that parang last year hindi siya ganoon ka-intense. In this year, everybody's trying to pick up momentum. So admittedly, no, that includes me and my business partner si Mentor Raj. Pero this year for me, I'm more optimistic in 2022 versus 2021 because I can sense everybody talaga parang dahan-dahan they're gearing up and ready talaga humataw sa business. But before we go to that, no, for the people who don't know me yet, I'd like to introduce myself lang very quickly. My name is Mentor Ryan Tan. I've been in Usana for 13 years already. And just like you, when I joined Usana, hindi ko maintindihan bakit ba ako sumali dito. Kasi sabi ko, ano ba to? Parang I'm not really inclined to do sales. I'm not inclined to do business. Pero sabi ko, right after college, ang una kong pinasok, sabi ko networking. Sabi ko, tama bang nandito ako? So the only reason, guys, no, that I entertained Usana was because I was part of the generation na parang halos buong Pilipinas nag-nursing. So even doctors during my time, they were taking up nursing. Because right after graduating from college, no, basta pumasa ka lang ng NCLEX, automatically parang halos US citizen ka na. Kaya lang, yung problem ko, when I graduated from UST, nag-recession bigla yung US and they decided not to hire foreign nurses anymore. So sabi ko, kung hindi naman ako mag-US, nung time ko hindi naman uso yung Australia, Canada, New Zealand, Singapore, Ireland. So sabi ko, ayoko naman mag-Saudi. Yung promise sa akin was either pupunta daw ako ng New York or California. Tapos sabi ko, ba't ganun? Ba't Saudi yung lalandingan ko? So sabi ko, I'm not willing to go to Saudi and definitely I'm not willing to work for like 5,000, 6,000 pesos a month because that was the going rate for nurses during my time. So in short, after graduating from UST, wala naman akong ginawa kaagad. So one day, no, I was invited to do Usana. And just like most of you, I immediately said no. Sabi ko, ayokong mag-join sa ganito. Kaya lang, for some reason, parang may magic yung mga tao pag kinakausap ka nila about Usana. Although it was really against my will, sabi ko, ayokong mag-join ng Usana. The following day, I signed up, I got my products, and sobrang laki ng sisi ko. And for like over 2 years, no, doing Usana as a business, it was a little bit short of like a living hell for me and my business partner, si Mentor Raj. And why do I say it was almost like a living hell? we joined Usana back in January 2009. And what I'm showing you on the screen right now, no, this was the income namin ni Mentor Raj. It was already September 2010, what I'm showing you right now. So close to 2 years of doing Usana, personally, I only ended up making mga 20 to 30,000 a month. And sabi ko, grabe, straight out of UST, no, I did Usana, tapos I've been doing this for almost close to 2 years, only for me to end up making as little as 20 to 30. And when I started making that amount, doon akong awang-awa sa sarili ko. Kasi I remember when I was still going to college, yung baon ko every month was 6,000. And yung 6,000 cash allowance, that was different pa from yung baon ko talaga na food, no? And when I was in college, sabi ko, yung 6,000 a month, parang nakakapag-Starbucks pa ako, nakakapag-Kenny Rogers pa ako. And I really had this notion, if I start making my own money, sabi ko, pag 15,000 siguro, no, 20,000 a month, sabi ko, ang yaman-yaman ko na siguro nun. Kasi 6,000 a month, hindi ko siya maubos. Pero you know what, guys, no, when I started making like 20,000 a month, doon ako napakamot. Sabi ko, parang 20,000 a month, siguro kung ang goal mo lang naman is magkape or kumain, I mean, that's more than enough, of course. Pero sabi ko, 20,000 a month, no, if your goal is to save enough money, alam mo yun, save millions of pesos, talagang bibili ka ng bahay, you're gonna put up mga kung ano-anong investment. Sabi ko talagang walang aabutin yung 20,000 a month. And sabi ko, grabe, I've been doing Usana for close to 2 years this time. And sabi ko, ba't parang wala naman akong narating? Kaya lang, you know what guys, no? Admittedly, I'm not good in sales, I'm not good in business. Pero to cut the long story short, anyway, to amaze everybody, no? After like 12 long years of doing it, last year, we really had our record year. We were able to reach like $8,000 a week. And sabi ko, in looking back, no, sabi ko, I'm one person na hindi ko akalain. Sabi ko, when we were being told to hit PPPS, sabi ko, parang hindi ko naman kayang mag-PPPS. When we were being told na, uy, Ryan, Raj, mag-run na kayo ng director, parang feeling naman namin hindi namin kaya mag-director. Feeling namin hindi namin kaya mag-gold. And I remember si Upsnat, gold na kami, kinukulit niya kami mag-ruby. Sabi ko, ang kulit-kulit naman to ni Upsnat, parang hindi pa nga kami ready mag-ruby. Pero alam mo yun, parang feeling namin hindi kami ready. Pero you know what guys, no? If you just keep pursuing the business and you keep growing, talaga namang aabot at aabot ka doon. Pero here's the paradox, no? As we were ending 2022, although last year, it was really our record year ni Mentor Raj in Usana, as we were ending the year and as we were about to begin 2022, ito, bigyan ko lang kayo ng backstory. A lot of people, parang they were wondering, ano bang itsura sa Usana ng 2022? Online pa ba to? Hybrid na ba to? Or is it gonna be face-to-face? May pandemic pa ba ng 2022? And though there were so many uncertainties, no, when we were starting the year, and apart from those uncertainties, kami ni Mentor Raj, we've been doing Usana na rin, just like Mentor Nat, no? We've been in the business for 13 years na. And although we're supposed to be excited, we're supposed to go for all the goals, when we were about to start the year, nag-uusap kami ni Mentor Raj. Sabi ko, Raj, excited ka ba sa Usana? Sabi niya, ewan ko. Sabi niya, bakit ikaw? Sabi ko, hindi ko rin alam. And nung nag-uusap kami, no, sabi namin, parang, alam mo yung patapos pa lang yung year and you're about to start a new one and you're supposed to hit new goals again. Hindi mo nga na-hit lahat ng goals mo last year. So parang hindi namin alam. Of course, syempre, as leaders of our team, we're supposed to push, we're supposed to lead by example. So sabi namin, ba't ganun? Parang, we made so much money last year, more than what we expected. Pero ba't parang hindi tayo excited? And a lot of people, sabi ko, grabe, may pera na tayo niyan na, and we're still not so motivated. Sabi ko, paano pa yung ordinary Usana distributor? And if you're somebody, no, na you're starting the year 2022 na, yeah, on one hand, you're partially excited, but on the other hand, alam mo yung medyo pigil and you really don't know what to expect. Kami, we started the year on the same note and we're on the same page, guys. And that's why, pagpasok ng New Year, no, and kami naman ni Mentor Raj, meron na kaming mga, alam na namin what to do. Every time feeling namin na magsuslow down kami, feeling namin parang nasustuck kami sa business. What we decided to do, sabi namin, invitein kaya natin to si Mentor Nat. Sabi natin, mag-lunch tayo. Anyway, matagal na tayong hindi nagpapag-goalset sa kanya. Matagal na tayong hindi nagpapamentor. And we started the year, no, we had lunch with Upsnat. And we really did not tell Upsnat ano yung pakay namin, bakit namin siya in-invite. But basically, we were looking for motivation. And si Upsnat naman, we were just nagkakwentuhan lang kami. And yung turning point ng lunch na yan, no, sabi ni Upsnat, he's so excited daw to start this year because nagbabubble chart daw sila ni Ate Joanne. Parang nag-drawing sila ng mga business centers nila. And nag-compute sila, sabi nila, rather than start other businesses, no, sabi niya, magpa-max out lang daw sila ng 2 additional business centers this year. They're gonna make additional 800,000, 1 million per month. Diba? And hindi pa projected doon yung leadership bonus. And sabi ko, grabe no, parang 800,000 to 1 million per month. I'm sure with what they're making now, it's more than enough already. Tapos alam mo yung you're already making more than enough, tapos you have additional 800 to 1 million per month. Sabi ko parang wow. So anyway, nung lunch na yan, picture, nagbabay kami kay Upsnat. So kami ni Raj, din nag-bubble chart din kami, no? Parang, nga, what will happen? Mag-compute nga tayo. What will happen kung kaming dalawa, no, mag-max out kami ng additional 2 business centers? And nung pag-compute namin, we were so shocked din. Sabi ko, nga, no, parang 2 business centers lang yung max out namin. But with the leadership bonus and with the elite bonus, parang, nga, we're gonna make 800 to 1 million more per month. E sabi namin, currently, ako personally, no, parang wala naman akong pinagagastusan. Parang I bought siguro properties, nag-invest. Pero sabi ko, basically right now, mababa naman ang cost of living ko. I'm just paying for mga kung ano. I'm paying for an Italian coach. I'm paying for a tennis coach. Right now, I have a swimming coach. Naghahanap ako ng bowling coach. Alam mo yung wala na akong magawa. So sabi ko, what will I do, di ba, with additional money? But anyway, di ba, sabi ko, medyo nakakapagod humataw sa Usana. Pero sabi ko, it's the same story outside. Sabi ko, kung empleyado ka, di ba, burnout ka ng 2021, if you're an employee, wala ka namang choice. You need to report to work ng 2022. And whether you're in the mood or not, di ba, whether or not bigyan ka ng salary increase, you need to show up and perform. So kami, biglang all of a sudden, nag-switch yung mindset namin. Parang nakakapagod, parang it's like 13 years of hataw already. Pero sabi ko, grabe, if hatawin mo naman siya, you get paid like what? Extra 800,000? 1 million per month. So you're gonna be like 400 to 500,000 pesos richer each. Diba? So sabi ko, it's really an exciting business to be part of. And tonight, no, for all the new people, lalo na kung bago ka sa Usana and medyo naguguluhan ka sa mga terms, medyo naguguluhan ka sa mga goals dito, or if you're a leader naman na you've been in Usana for quite some time already and frustrated ka because you've not been getting your goals, as you start the year, guys, no, whether you're new or you're old, for me, I really believe in this. Clarity is power. Kasi for me, it's very hard to work on something kung hindi clear saan ka papunta, kung hindi clear ano yung gagawin mo. So that's why as you start the year, although you were told to set goals, you were told to set targets, guys, no, January is almost over. And tonight, I really hope, no, to make things clear for everybody. Clear in what aspect? First, I want all the mechanics, yung mga travel incentives, mga recognition. I'm sure ilang beses na itong kinaskid sa inyo, but I want to simplify things for everyone para ikaw mismo, alam mo yung hindi ka na nai-intimidate sa mga terms, hindi ka na nai-intimidate, parang feeling mo ang hirap-hirap ng leadership summit when in fact it's so easy. Diba? So secondly, once clear na sa'yo ano yung mga mechanics, secondly, what I want to do tonight is to give a clear track, no, para ba talaga mag-build ng network. A lot of people, when they're told na to sponsor, to grow your team, feeling nila it's so taxing, feeling nila hindi nila kaya. And ako, I can relate because I always felt na hindi ko naman talaga kayang mag-network, hindi nga ako marunong mag-present, hindi nga ako magaling mag-invite. But you know what, guys, no, right now, every time we look at our organization, we have like 30,000 active ID numbers under our organization right now. And that's coming from distributors na akala nila hindi marunong mag-PPP. Akala namin hindi namin kayang mag-PPPS. So anyway, first things first, no. This 2022, ano bang meron sa Usana and what should you be aiming for? So of course, very basic. This year, you want to improve on your weekly commissions, your weekly income. So last year, no, ako naman naniniwala kung 2021 na frustrate ka, 2021 you were so disappointed, alam mo yung nag-declare ka you were gonna hit gold, hindi mo naman siya na-hit. So what? Diba, this is a new year, diba, you have a new chance, you're given like another 52 weeks. Pwede kang mag-rank advance this year. So here's the challenge, no? If you're somebody na ang highest income mo sa Usana ever is like $200, diba? So this year, set your eyes on your targets. Ano bang goal mo on your first 3 months, on your first 6 months? Is it to hit director? Is it to hit silver? Is it to go for gold director? Diba? You should have a clear target. And ako for beginners, no, in my team, especially if you're somebody naman na talagang you're in this business to make money, diba, of course, you can stay happy and contented with $200 per week, $400 per week. But you know what, guys, no? Believe it or not, whether may group ka or wala, executive gold director, itong $1,000 per week, $13,000 in 1 quarter, that's really within reach. Kayang-kaya mo siyang abutin. And if you're a part-timer, a lot of people, no, in case you don't know yet, a lot of part-timers in Usana, they were able to hit like 200,000 a month. There were people then, no, yung mga kasabayan namin na leaders, they were already making like $500,000 a month sa Usana. They were still doing this part-time. So right now, even if you're a newbie, even if you're a beginner, definitely you can get these rank advancements this year. And if you want to hit, di ba, beyond gold director, gusto mong mag-ruby, mag-emerald, mag-diamond, I mean, it's all open for you. Di ba, tatrabahuin mo lang talaga sa this year. And for me, no, that's really exciting for new ones. Kasi kung titingnan mo, di ba, in employment, given 6 months time, what promotion can you vie for in 6 months? Di ba, if you're somebody in employment, you're averaging like what, 20, 30,000 a month? Siguro mag-MBA ka, di ba, pumasok ka 7 days a week, 24/7. Siguro after 6 months, increasean ka ng 5,000, increasean ka ng 10,000. But you know what, guys, no, in Usana, sabihin na lang natin in 2021, you did not achieve so much. This year, you're starting the year ng wala kang group halos. In 6 months time, guys, no, yung first month mo, you're zero, you're nothing. But in 6 months, you could already be gold director. And that's actually the potential of the business. Talagang tatrabahuin mo lang siya. Secondly naman, no, ito, I'll share lang a tip to everybody. A lot of people, they set goals, but 99% of the time, they don't hit it. Lalo na when they set big goals. So, kami, what we try to do, no, sa mga leaders namin, and for cross-lines na nagtatanong, ano bang ginagawa niyo, mentor? So, one thing that we try to do is to really maximize all the conventions. So, what do I mean? So, a lot of distributors, alam mo yung conventions come and go, parang, ay, may convention pala. Ay, convention na pala ulit. Yung iba, ay, ano yun? Anong meron doon? So, a lot of people, nasayang nila yung opportunity. So, ito, I'll explain all the conventions that Usana has, no, year after year after year. So, in case you're new to Usana, every year, there are 3 Usana Philippine conventions. So, something that happens trimestrally. So the first one happens every February. Kaya lang ito, this was postponed because of the Omicron. So tentatively, I think this is moved back to April. So it's actually an upside for everybody kasi if you're not an awardee yet, di ba, you still have enough time to go for director. So kung hindi ka pa nagde-director, pwede kang mag-director ng last weeks ng January or up to February. Di ba? So meron din convention in June, meron din convention in October. So ano yung upside, no? If you know, ano yung mga deadline ng mga to. Dito guys, dito mo pwedeng i-pace yung sarili mo. If you're somebody, you're only averaging like $100 a week. Pagdating ng October, ang target mo is like $1,000 per week. So you need to backtrack. If your goal is to hit $1,000 per week ng October, it means to say, no, that dapat by June, you're already averaging like what? $400, $600 a week. If you want to be averaging $400 to $600 a week by June, dapat pagdating ngayon, no, January, February pa lang, nako-consistent mo na yung $100, $200 a week. Hindi pwedeng you want to hit gold director by June and right now you're hitting 0, 0, 0, 0. So yung $100, $200 na week, it builds the discipline, no? It builds kumbaga sa muscle. It builds the muscle to achieve yung higher income level in Usana. So that was the training na binigay sa amin ni Mentor Nat before. Diba? Of course, every one of us wants to hit like 1 million pesos a month, $500,000 pesos a month. But before you go to that level, diba, i-consistent mo muna yung $100, $200 per week. Diba? And if you want to check, diba, kung tama pa ba yung milestone mo, tama pa ba yung pacing mo, you have to make sure each convention ng Usana, you're rank advancing. So, yan yung Philippine convention. And this year, we're even more excited kasi for the past 2 years, all the conventions of Usana talagang virtual lang. So noong una it was exciting, pero sa amin iba talaga no, yung MOA arena level, yung tipong when you achieve something, hindi kayong papalakpakan lang sa opisina, bibigyan ka ng certificate and Toblerone, 'di ba? Mga certificate of appreciation. Guys, when Usana recognizes no people, talagang sobrang grand niya, and it really feels good no to be recognized in front of like 10,000 people. So yung April daw, it's gonna be live na. So if you want to experience a Usana convention no live, so sabi nila they're not sure yet, pero whatever happens, baka gawin lang nilang awardees only. So if you want to be part of this, you have to make sure that you're already at least director pagdating ng April. So that should be your goal right now. So apart from that, there's also a convention. Ito yung Asia Pacific Convention naman. So meaning to say lahat ng conventions no, lahat ng countries involving the Asia Pacific market, Australia, Japan, Korea, Taiwan, Malaysia, Singapore, Philippines, New Zealand, they gather every year in Suntec sa Singapore. So it's so exciting kasi of course alam mo yung para kayo nag-field trip ng team mo, and apart from that, you get to mingle with mga Diamond directors from Australia, Diamond directors from, alam mo yun, makikita mo talaga Usana is really a global business. This is not a cheap business sa tabi-tabi lang. Talagang makikita mo, it's really an international business. And a lot of professionals, not only Pinoys, no, but professionals also from other countries, talagang they really resign from their jobs, they give up their other businesses kasi nakikita talaga nila yung potential and convenience of Usana versus building a corporate career or running a traditional business. Sobrang layo talaga. And this year, no, it's even more exciting because I think yung paparating na Asia Pacific Convention, they got the best of the best speakers from all countries. So just imagine, in our weekly trainings, di ba usually we hear lang naman mga Diamond directors from the Philippines. But sa March, this is a very exciting event to look forward to because you're gonna be learning from diamonds ng Singapore, diamonds ng Australia, diamonds from all over the Asia Pacific market. So ilagay niyo to sa calendar niyo and don't dare miss it kasi it's really a powerful event. So apart from that, so ito, we're really hoping and praying na matuloy na talaga to because, well, 2 years na tayong nabubulok sa Philippines. Di ba? Ang tagal-tagal nang walang travel. So kami gustong-gusto na namin talaga mag-travel. And this year, sabi namin sana by August naman tuloy na tong live convention ng Usana in Salt Lake. And I think it's gonna be so special because in case you don't know, no, this year is actually the 30th year of Usana. So, kapag may nagsabi sa yung fly-by-night si Usana, how could it be fly-by-night? Grabe namang fly-by-night yan, 30 years na, hindi pa rin nagsasara. Diba? So, 30th year convention ng Usana this year. And kami were just so excited to go back. And alam namin, every 5 years talaga, Usana really prepares big surprises. So, nung 20th year ng Usana, no, sad to say, we were not part of it. Hindi kami pumunta that time. Pero I remember yung kwento, nung last day daw ng convention in Salt Lake, the son of Dr. Wentz told the whole crowd, no, everybody in attendance, sabi niya, guys, since this is the last day of the convention, everybody in attendance, come on guys, look under your seats. And pagtingin daw ng mga tao under their seats, no, nagulat silang lahat. Everybody, parang I think 10,000 of them, got an iPad. So just imagine, no, na namigay si Usana ng iPad for all the people in attendance that year. So on the 25th year naman, akala nila may palok under your seats, pero wala. Pero sabi ni Kevin Guest, no, the CEO, everybody who attended the 25th anniversary of Usana gets an additional business center, totally free. So just imagine, no, meron kang business center that could earn you an additional $1,000. So we're so excited, no, what Usana is preparing for the 30th convention. So we can only guess, pero hopefully live na to. And what's the upside, no, when you go to the home office live? So number one, lalo na if you're a director right now, you're silver, you're gold, and you've never been to Salt Lake. So something that you should look forward to is to actually see the home office in person. So, iba kasi, di ba, na alam mo yung parang you present to guests, pinaparot mo yung sinasabi ng upline mo, but you don't know for certain, totoo ba itong mga pinagsasabi namin? Di ba, totoo bang may office si Usana sa States? Di ba, pero pag nakita mo yung Usana office in Salt Lake, parang wow, grabe, totoo pala lahat ng pinagsasabi ko. 'Di ba? Totoo pala, 'di ba, na yung mga research scientists ng Usana, they have PhD degrees. So, apart from that, no, you'd get to meet nga like what I've said, no, yung mga leaders from other countries. So, on the right side, sila yung top 1 income earners ng Usana Korea. So, I can only imagine siguro they make ₱1,000,000 a week. 'Di ba? I can only guess ₱1,000,000, ₱2,000,000 a week plus yung elite bonus. So, you can only compute, guys, ano yung potential talaga ng business. So apart from them, no, ito, you'd meet also distributors from Spain, from Europe, 'di ba? From kung saan-saan. So apart from that, of course, there's that class picture with Dr. Wen. So you'd get to see him in person, guys, when you go to Salt Lake. So this should be your target talaga this year if ever the convention pushes through. So apart from that, 'di ba? Apart from the conventions, what else should you be looking forward to? So alam naman natin na merong South Korea, 'di ba? Which is what we call Team Up, Step Up Travel Incentive. So, a lot of people, no, lalo na yung mga bago, alam ko yung psychology ng mga tao. Sinasabi nila, ay mentor, okay naman yan, good for 6, kaya lang hirap naman yan i-hit. But guess what, guys, no? If you're gonna treat your whole family to Korea and you're gonna get that through overtime, you're gonna get that through employment, guys, mahirap din yun. 'Di ba? So for me, kung pwede mo na sang kunin for free dito sa Usana, kunin mo na dito kaysa mag-overtime ka pa, kaysa rumakit ka pa elsewhere just to get a free travel incentive for 6. And later I'll go through, no, ano yung mga standard mechanics for each. So apart from that, there's also a trip to Maldives. So I think this one tuloy na ito around June or July, naka-calendar na to sa Usana, pinakita na sa amin. So if you're somebody na gusto mo talagang gumala, 'di ba? Tamad ka ng pumasyal sa SM, tamad ka ng pumasyal sa kung saan-saan, 'di ba? There's that chance for you to go to Maldives sa June. And apart from that, there's also that trip to Monaco, 'di ba? So anyway, ito, paano ba mag-qualify for the all expense paid trip? So let's discuss Maldives first. So ito July 2022. So this is what we call the Leadership Summit. And guys, this is so easy. Madali lang ito. For you to qualify here, all you need to do is to earn $7,800 in 13 weeks. $7,800 in 13 weeks. So that's an average of $600 per week. So a lot of people ask me, mentor, why do you say madali? $600 a week kaya yung sabi mo. $100 a week kaya mentor ang hirap. $200 a week kaya mentor mahirap. I tell you guys, no, a secret about this business. So when you're building a network, the initial part, no, yung part na wala ka pang network, yung part na wala ka pang group, of course, common sense, that's difficult. Because basically, you don't have leverage yet. Wala ka pang team. So basically, all the output for you to earn commissions, alam mo yung ikaw yung nag-invite, halos ikaw na yung nag-present, ikaw na yung nag-convince, ikaw na yung nag-follow up, ikaw yung nagpa-attend sa training, kasi hindi pa gumalaw, di ba? Tapos mag-push ka ulit for the following week, alam mo yung invite ka ng invite, and practically, parang push ka ng push, and you're able to sponsor people, but you still don't have a solid team. But guess what, guys? No, the moment you're consistent na with $300, $400, $500, $600 per week, the business becomes easier. And why do I say that? It's because somewhat meron ka ng organization. So kaya nga kung titingnan nyo right now, no, there are diamonds in the Philippines. Cut off pa lang. Alam mo yung tipong 1 minute after cut off, they already have like what? $3,000, $5,000? Bakit? It's because of auto order. It's because they have so many downlines already throughout the years. So ikaw, that's your end goal, magkaroon ng leverage in the business. So kung sinasabi nga natin right now, 'di ba, challenging ang $50, $100, $200 per week. For me, kung yan yung mahirap na part, dapat bilisan mong graduate dyan para nandun ka na sa level na $400, $600 a week yung problema mo. Hindi yung mahirap na nga, 'di ba, pinatagal mo pa yung part na yan. So right now, it's really a challenge. Pero the moment you start hitting consistent $400, $500, $600 per week, guys, believe me, ang dami in our team, no, they're like almost 20 people nag-qualify ng Leadership Summit in the past 2 years. And every time we call them, uy, congrats, finally tapos ka na sa LS. O anong feeling? Sabi nila, mentor, kaya pala, no? Parang ang dali lang ng 13 weeks. Nung una, hindi ko akalain na matatapos ko siya. And that's really the point naman about business. Feeling mo sa simula, hindi kaya. Until you finish it, alam mo yun, parang, ay grabe, tapos na, yun na yun. Diba? So yung Leadership Summit, it's easy. It's only a matter of $600 per week. And for you to get that, diba, tapusin mo na yung $100, $200 a week mo. para you have bigger challenges, you have bigger goals, and you have bigger rewards. So deadline for this, no, for you to qualify for the Leadership Summit in Maldives, dapat by May 27, 2022, tapos ka na sa $7,800. So if you have your journal with you, no, so markahan mo yan. So secondly, yung Team Up Step Up Travel Incentive, di ba, that's trip for 6. So all you need to do is to sponsor people. So which is actually a good thing because whether or not may incentive na ganito, you should be sponsoring a lot of people anyway. 'Di ba? So ito nga no, this time around gagawin mo lang yung trabaho mo, meron ka pang free trip. Nung time namin before, alam mo yun, we kept sponsoring a lot of people. Wala naman kaming pa-travel to Korea. 'Di ba? Wala naman kaming pa-travel to other countries just because we sponsored a lot. So this time around, Usana is really so generous, 'di ba? If you sponsor a lot of people, you could win a travel for up to 6 people to South Korea in 2023. So, apart from that, di ba, ito naman, this is for people na hindi masyadong nag-grow last year. And this is also for people na super bago pa lang sa Usana. And I believe, no, itong AP Growth Travel Incentive, this will be in Athens, Greece. So, magkakaroon tayo ng take 2 sa Athens, Greece. And why do I say no? This is for people na hindi masyadong humataw last year. Because in the EP Growth Travel Incentive, we're talking about growth in your business. So all you need to do for you to qualify here is for you to grow your business by at least $15,000. So wag kang masyak no, sa mga $15,000. Iyan ka na naman, feeling mo mahirap. But actually, it's so easy. And tingnan mo to gaano ka lavish si Usana pagdating sa AP growth. So 2019, it was in Cape Town, South Africa. Di ba yung 2020, it was in Budapest, Hungary. So 2021, it's supposed to be in Athens, kaya lang na-postpone. So if you were not part of Athens noong 2021, you can hit it again in 2022. So how easy is this, no? For you to qualify. So bigyan kita ng example. If you're somebody, sabihin natin in 2022, ang total income mo lang is $18,500, short of 1 million pesos. 'Di ba? Feeling mo sablay, feeling mo you underperformed. But guess what, guys, no? If you had a poor showing noong 2021, that's actually an upside for you. Bakit? Kasi if you were to compute that, automatically ang growth mo na is $16,500. Kasi ang baba lang ng baseline mo last year. So just imagine, no, for people, what if you made like $200,000 last year? For you to qualify here, you need to earn at least $215,000. Diba? So if you're somebody na hindi ka nag-perform last year, definitely AP growth is so easy for you this year. Kailangan mo lang talaga siyang i-target and kailangan mo lang siyang i-monitor. And apart from that, no, for all the existing gold directors, sabi namin, bakit ngayon lang namigay sa iyo sana ng ganito? Diba, just go executive on your rank and grow by at least 5%. Meron ka ng pa-travel to Balisin. I think this will be in July 2022. And I believe, no, hindi pa lang nila in-announce, pero July to December, if you go executive again and you grow at least 5%, it's not just gonna be in Balisin. There's also another luxury local getaway from Usana. So just imagine, mag-executive ka lang ng first semester, mag-executive ka lang ng second semester, diba, you get 2 local trips, malamang pasok ka na sa AP growth, malamang pasok ka na sa South Korea, diba, malamang kung hindi ka pa nag-leadership summit, you're gonna hit that also. So if you're gonna compute that, parang you're gonna get like what, 5, 6 free trips kung bibilangin mo pa yung Monaco sa 2023. Diba? So it's really exciting to perform in Usana this year. As in, sobrang daming pamigay. So, ito naman, yung Monaco, di ba? You just need to grow by at least $30,000 for 2 years consecutive. So, anyway, ito. Dito naman nasa-stuck yung mga tao. They're just excited. Di ba? Wow, mentor, gabi, ang daming travels. Pero then again, ano na nga bang gagawin ko? Then again, mentor, paano na ba talaga mag-build ng network? I still don't get it. So, a lot of people overcomplicate things, no? Pero sa totoo lang, looking back, network marketing is an easy business. It's actually a very simple business. Because for you to grow your team, all you need to do, number 1, is to sponsor people. Di ba? Mag-invite ka lang. Invite. A lot of people, they were frustrated. Kasi, mentor, ba't gano'n? I invited a lot of people nung November. I invited a lot of people nung December. A lot of my teammates parang nag-lie low, nag-hibernate. I'm starting with almost, di ba, scratch right now, mentor. What do I do? You know what guys, no? November, December last year, it was so weird kasi lahat ng mga tao parang they were so excited mag-Christmas party, they were so excited kumawala. So, parang alam mo yung no matter how well you presented Usana to them, parang nagustuhan nila yung products, nagustuhan nila yung business. Pero sa kanila, it was not a good timing to be entertaining Usana because they were so toxic sa work, they were so busy with reunions. And so when you asked them last year, no, ano, game ba sa Usana? Alam mo yung it was so common last year na parang nagustuhan ng guest mo but they did not sign up. Pero you know what this year guys, no, it's so easy to sign up people. Sa totoo lang. Bakit? A lot of people na, alam mo yung sin zone ka last year, a lot of people na pinaasa ka last year, they're realizing that the pandemic is far from over. Grabe, matagal pa pala to, hindi pa pala to tapos. Baka daw magkaroon na naman ng panibagong variant. Diba? Even if you're vaccinated pala, possible pa rin na magkaroon ka ng Omicron. Oh my God, what can I take to boost my immune system? And you know what guys, no? A lot of people right now, pag inoferan mo sila ng vitamins, all of a sudden, they're receptive ulit. And ako, no, after namin mag-launch ni MentorNet, the following day, I came up with a prospect list ulit. Yung mga nasa prospect lists ko, they were people na in-invite ko noong 2020, 2021, as in parang sin zone or hindi naman sila positive nung the first time I explained Usana to them. You know what guys, no? I just tried asking. Sabi ko, uy, I remember nagustuhan mo yung Usana last year pero hindi ka nag-push through. Baka gusto mo i-check out siya ulit. And you know what, as simple as that, no, as casual as that, siguro out of 10 people, 3 people nagpa-reschedule sila sa akin. They checked it out again. And I think out of the 3, 2 nag-sign up. Diba? So because people are willing to take a look at nutritionals again, people are taking a second look at ano bang online business opportunities. Diba? So right now, this is the perfect time to sponsor. And apart from that, no, why is this a good time to sponsor? Tandaan nyo guys, every January, especially for Filipinos, di ba tayong Filipinos, every January, mahilig tayo mag-New Year's resolution. This year, this will be my breakthrough. This year, mag-gym ako. This year, I'm gonna be more prosperous. I'm gonna pursue all the opportunities that will come my way. Lahat guys ng Pilipino, pagdating ng January, they're masipag. Di ba kaya nga lahat daw ng gym, nagbo-boom ang membership pag January. So, kung titingnan mo, if you offer people a business opportunity ng January, they're more open-minded versus the other months of the year. That's why, di ba, ano ba ngayon? January 24. While it's still January, guys, while it's still the early part of 2022, talk to as many people as you can. And secondly, no, if you want to hit these travel incentives, you apart from being able to sponsor, you need to be able to grow your team. And later, I'll discuss that more thoroughly. No? Paano ba nag-grow talaga ng team? But before we go to the second part, I'll give you tips lang no, on how to recruit people faster and how to recruit people more effectively. So, tandaan nyo guys, no, in inviting people, in prospecting, basically, you're not trying to close deals. Di ba? Hindi mo gustong mag one time. Basically, you're asking people to become business partners with you. And if you're having a difficult time na wala kang pay-in for the longest time, no, you need to answer this question. Bakit ayaw mag-partner ng people with you? What's wrong with you? What are you doing incorrectly? So the way we teach this no, in our team, it's so simple. If you want to be effective in sponsoring, you need to be consistent with the 3 C's of sponsoring. So ano tong 3 C's? Number 1, you need to be consistent. You need to be consistent, lalo na kung hindi ka pa magaling. So when you say consistent, no, you need to talk to people. So ako, I remember, no, sobrang bano ko sa Usana. Talagang I'm really not good in sales. I'm really not, hindi ako magaling magsalita before. In my very first attempt, no, I invited 25 people to Usana presentations. I had 25 guests. Out of the first 25 guests that I've had, ang nag-sign up sa akin, 0. And I remember my very first sign up in Usana was my 26th guest. So right now, I'm sure a lot of you, no, nag-invite ka ng 5 people, lahat, no. And of course, it's frustrating. Of course, alam mo yun, it's disappointing. But you know what, guys? So if you keep talking to people, as in you just talk to people, eventually you would come across people wanting to be healthy. Eventually you'd come across people talaga na gusto rin talagang mag-business. Diba? Just never ever give up. And secondly, no, especially for the new ones, this is something that we would never forget. We got this technique, no, from Colette Larsen. So si Colette Larsen, in case you don't know her, she's an executive 10-star Diamond director, I think, and she's been with Usana for, I think, almost 30 years na rin. And right now, si Colette Larsen, I think she has more than 100 diamonds under her organization, no? And when we went to Salt Lake, nung first time namin siyang ma-meet, talagang kinorner namin siya ni Mentor Raj. And sabi namin, Mentor Colette, how did you grow your organization to that level na you have so many diamonds? Sabi ko, what's the secret? Sabi niya, you have to keep it basic. You have to ensure that everybody in your team observes the 4x2x1 technique. So sabi ko, ano yung 4x2x1 technique? So sabi niya, this is for the new ones, the part-timers. So if you're a new person here, basically every week, you should be presenting to at least 4 people. You should have 4 guests every single week. And sabi niya, out of the 4 guests, your goal is to convert at least 2 of them to try the products. And at least out of the 4, at least 1 of them, sign them up sa business. So that should be your metric. Invite 4, sell to 2, sign up 1. So sabi niya, just imagine, no, if everybody in your network does that, just imagine the productivity. And sabi ko, grabe, it sounded so simple, no? It's so basic. Pero sabi ko, effective yung technique niya kasi nag-10-star Diamond director siya. 4x2x1 technique. So if you're not able to schedule 4, so what's the problem? You're not good at inviting. Diba? If you're able to schedule 4 but you're not able to convince people to try the products, baka kailangan mong mag-attend ng product training. If you're able to invite 4, you're able to sell but you're not able to sign up, baka may problem ka sa closing. So right now, no, tingnan mo yung standard mo every week. Kasi you cannot let each week pass by nang wala kang metric. Diba? There should be a goal every single week. So you should have 1 sign up every single week. And guess what, guys? No, this is tried and tested, even in our team. People who are able to do this, people who are able to sign up 1 to 2 sponsors per week, on the 3rd month, on the 4th month, usually they're able to start their leadership summit runs. Diba? So right now, if you have an organization, good, pero mag-sponsor ka pa rin. If you don't have an organization anymore, makalipas yung Christmas, diba? Don't make a big deal out of it. Mag-sponsor ka lang talaga ulit. So, yan, if you want to get people to partner with you, the first C is consistency. Secondly naman is confidence. So every time you invite people, no, you have to be confident about what you're showing them. So dito, tandaan mo, every time you invite people, keep in mind that first impressions last. Hindi ka pwedeng awkward. So pag sinabi natin first impressions last, no, a lot of people, they ask me, ikaw, Mentor Ryan, what's your best closing technique? So for me, the best closing, no, in any presentation is a very good opening. So dapat yung opening mo pa lang, nagpo-close ka na. So always use this technique, no? Always be closing technique. So for you to appreciate this fully, I'll demonstrate to you, no, how usually how people do invitations, presentations, and how they do closings. So a lot of people I work with, no, lalo na yung mga bago, they are doing the business this way. Say for example, I have a guest at 9 o'clock in the evening. So pag sign up ng guest, say for example, the name of the guest is Camille. So pag nag-log in yung guest sa Zoom, this is what people do. Hi Camille, buti naman naka-log in ka na. Hindi ako yung mag-e-explain. Wait lang tatawagin ko yung mentor ko, siya yung kakausap sa'yo. Hi Mentor Nat. Mentor, nandito na po yung guest ko, si Camille. Camille, this is my mentor, si Mentor Nat. So then mag-represent na si Mentor Nat sa kanya. So pagtapos ni Mentor Nat, thanks po Mentor. Usap na lang po kami ni Camille. Thanks sa time po. Bye-bye. Hi Camille. Nagustuhan mo? Pag-isipan mo. Sige. Text mo na lang ako. Bye-bye. Let me know. Bye-bye. Hi, mentor. Nagustuhan naman daw po ni Camille. Te-text na lang daw po niya ako what she decides. Bye po. And they do that, no? Like 10 times, 20 times. And they'd wonder, no? Come the 20th time, oh my God, grabe, 20 people na in-invite ko, walang nag-sign up. Di ba? Pero kung pwede mo lang kasing i-tape record yung sarili mo, di ba? I mean, just try to imagine kung ikaw yung guest, hindi naman talaga convincing the way you talk to them. And you're wondering, no, how come they don't sign up in the end? So dito, like what I've said, you really need to be confident. Dapat nag-hi ka pa lang, alam mo yung nag-hi, hello ka pa lang, nag-closing ka na. So I'll demo to you, no, how I do it. So meaning to say, kunyari si Camille is my guest, nag-sign up siya right now. So this is what I would say. Uy, wow, Camille, thanks for your time. At least you were able to log in kaagad. Alam mo, Camille, no, 2 weeks ago pa kita kinukulit about this because I'm really excited to show this to you because I remember the last time we had coffee, na-mention mo, Camille, di ba naghahanap ka ng online business? And I'm sorry, Camille, ang dami mong questions on Facebook. Hindi talaga kita masagot. Kasi to be honest, I just got started in Usana 2 weeks ago. I'm still under training. Pero alam mo, Camille, this is so awesome kasi 2 weeks pa lang ako dito pero you know what? I'm being trained already to hit at least $100, $200 a week. And you know what, Camille, you're very lucky tonight kasi I invited the person mentoring me. Alam mo, he's so humble. He's been doing Usana for 13 years already. His name is Mentor Natsunyo. Alam mo, Camille, parang umaabot na nga siya ng 7 figures a month. And ang dami na niyang natulungan na, part-timers. Ang dami dito, Camille, part-timers just like you. Umaabot sila ng mga $100, $200 a week. Alam mo, Camille, promise, sobrang magugustuhan mo to. Lalo na it's really just online. And I'm sure, no, lahat ng questions mo on Facebook na hindi ko masagot, masasagot siya lahat tonight. For a while, Camila, I'll just check if my mentor is already available. Hi, Mentor Nat. Mentor si Camille, yung classmate ko from high school, is already online. Mentor, can we already start the presentation? Hi, Camille. This is, Mentor Nat. Mentor, this is Camille, my classmate from high school. Mentor, she's so interested to listen to the presentation. Can we already start? So, di magka-present na si Mentor Nat. So, after the presentation, thanks so much, Mentor. O di ba, Camille, sabi ko sa'yo, okay itong business na to eh. Alam mo, ako personally, Camila, I considered mag-open ng mineral water station, mag-open ng kung ano-anong grocery business. Pero I thought, no, sabi ko, mineral water station, I would end up like earning lang mga 30,000, 50,000 a month. Tapos I'd cash out like 800,000. Sabi ko, ba't ganun pa? Ito na lang. Alam mo, I started 2 weeks ago, Camille. On my second week, I already made $40. In this week, no, I'm already targeting $100. And ikaw, di ba, you said, Camille, kanina na yung mom mo diabetic, you're interested to get products. Basically, just get what, 10, 15 products, Camille, meron ka ng account. And if ever you get started, Camille, there will be a new distributors orientation naman for new sign-ups like you know. Kasi ako, Camille, when I joined Usana, yung worry ko talaga, I'm not good in sales, I'm not good in business. But you know what? All the trainings naman, ipoprovide nila sa'yo. Kaya kung ako sa'yo, Camille, no, rather than think of any other business, simulan mo na to. Anyway, the moment you get started, kasama mo naman ako dito. And alam mo, Camille, I forgot to tell you, yung classmates natin nung high school, no, si Clark, si Ian, si Mitchie, I invited them also, and na-mention ko na ng Usana, they're all excited to sign up. Alam mo, if ever you sign up, Camille, maganda nga, you sign up now eh, para if ever mag-sign up tong sila Clark, sila Mitchie, I'm gonna place them under you. Ikaw, what do you think? Nagustuhan mo naman eh, come on, simulan mo na. Diba? So that's how I do it. So every time, it's not like 100% conversion. But you know what, guys? If you do that, I think for every 5, you'd be able to convert at least 1 or 2 or 3. Diba? So dito talagang you need to be confident. You need to be excited. Diba? So for me, no, if you're not gonna do that, wag ka na lang mag-invite. Because at the end of the day, you're not gonna be able to convince them. Tandaan mo, no matter how accomplished yung mentor na papakausap mo, at the end of the day, hindi naman kilala ng guest mo in real life yung mentor mo. Di ba, malay ba niya kung totoo yung Ryan Tan na yan? Di ba, malay ba niya kung totoo si Natsunyo? Malay ba niya kung totoo si Dr. Wentz? Di ba, at the end of the day, the trust of the guest nasa iyo, wala naman sa mentors mo. Di ba? So it's how confident you are when you show your plan to them. And a lot of people, no, may iba nagtanong sa akin, mentor, when I do that, parang I'm not comfortable. Sabi ko, bakit? Mentor kasi parang budol-budol yung style mo. Alam mo yung parang alam mo yung parang ine-excite mo, tapos pinapasign up mo sila. Sabi ko, what do you mean? Sabi niya, kasi parang ano mo yun, parang dinadaan daw sa emotions. So sabi ko, yeah, you can look at it negatively, you can look at it that way. Pero sabi ko, come to think of it, what if I'm not part of Usana? What if my business is construction? And I do your style, no? Yung style mong non-pushy ko, no? And lalapit ako sa'yo, I come to you, uy, meron akong business, construction. Gusto mo ba mag-invest? Mga 5 million? Pag-isipan mo. Sige, bye-bye. Let me know. Di ba, even in construction naman, it doesn't work. Di ba, when you propose to somebody, di ba, why the hell should I trust you? Di ba? So dito, you really need to be excited. And come to think about it, guys, no? Even businesses like Jollibee, 39ers lang naman yung binibenta nila. Di ba? Chicken Joy lang naman yan. But the people there are trained. Di ba, papasok ka pa lang, good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir. May we take your orders, please? Welcome to Jollibee. Di ba, they're trained to be upbeat. They're trained to be enthusiastic. So ikaw, you cannot be fronting, no, na you're promoting health pero para kang may COVID, para kang may cancer. Di ba, napaka-low energy mo. So you cannot be promoting business tas para kang nalugi and you're wondering in the end, how come people are not signing up? So dito, you really need to be confident. And lastly, no, the last C for tonight is for you to have clarity. So dito, you need to explain, no? You need to make clear to the guest. Kasi yung guest, the moment they ask questions, it means partly nagustuhan naman nila but it's still vague, no? What if I join? What will happen? So ano yan? Kukuha ako ng products. How many products? Diba? So if I sign up, how often do I attend trainings? If I sign up, what's the soonest time, diba, that I could recoup my investment? How do I get my money back? So dito, you need to speak up, no, and really show your plan to the guest. And you know what, guys? If you show your plan and nakita talaga nila it's a really good plan, hindi naman sila magno-no talaga sa'yo. Diba? And basically, in closing, you should be able to answer these two questions. Diba? Why should they trust you? And secondly, if ever they join, ano ba yung support? Ano ba yung help that they would be getting? Yung worry ko kasi I'm not good at selling, hindi ko nga naintindihan yung products. I don't worry, there's a product training. Well, I'm not good at presentations. Well, in the first place, Ryan, the moment you sign up, kami naman mag-present for you. Diba? And anyway, later on, there would be trainings naman on how to present. Diba? So you need to show them. You need to make things clear for them. And you know what, guys? No, if you observe these 3 C's, no, you're consistent, you're inviting a lot of people. Secondly, you're confident, and you're always clarifying, no, in the end, what will happen ba if they sign up? Ano ba yung upside nito if ever they say yes to the opportunity? Guys, it's so easy to sign people up. Diba? A lot of people, they're looking for opportunities. A lot of people, they're looking for good health products. Don't tell me, diba, na wala kang makuhang tao right now. Diba? Baka there's just something wrong with your method. But otherwise, yung Usana talaga, it's really an easy business to grow right now. Diba? With the pandemic and all. So, ngayon, dito na tayo sa second part. So, a lot of people, they're able to sponsor naman talaga. But ganun, mentor, last year, I was able to sign up like 10 people. Right now, isa na lang. Diba? Mentor, last week, I'm able to sign up 5. Pero out of 5, parang wala naman active. So, let's talk about, no, after signing up, how do you grow your team? So, first thing, no, that has to be clear in your mind. Network marketing, it's not just a business na recruit, tao-tao lang. Diba? How we wish na mag-recruit ka lang ng 100 people, billionaire ka na dito or millionaire ka. It's actually a bit more complicated than that, no? Because the people you sponsor, the people you recruit, you need to develop them. You need to make them active. You need to make sure they understand the business, they appreciate the business, they're engaged in the business. So dito, di ba, it's very fitting itong quote na to. Di ba, we come across this often. Sabi ni Zig Ziglar, you don't build a business, you build people. And once you're able to build people, the people you built will build your business for you. So that's actually the beautiful concept, di ba, in network marketing. So you don't just recruit people, gagamitin mo sila and goodbye. So the moment you recruit them, if you really want to succeed here, kailangan mo talaga silang turuan. And a lot of people, they're intimidated by this. Paano yan, mentor? Hindi nga ako marunong mag-present, hindi ako marunong mag-train. Actually, all my whole life, no, I've never been in a leadership position. Well, don't panic, guys, because here naman, you have to just take things step by step. So meron naman mag-mentor sa'yo dito, meron naman mag-coach sa'yo dito. So what's the first step, no, in growing your team? Number one, you need to develop yourself. You need to develop your leadership. And how do you do that? Diba? So dito, you need to connect with your mentor. If you're new, diba, I understand, nag-sign up ka sa Usana, all of a sudden, marami nang makulit sa buhay mo. Diba kung sino-sino nang nagme-message sa'yo about your PPPS deadline, about your auto-order, about hitting goals, about kung ano-ano mga trainings. But you know what, guys, no, you can look at it that way na parang it's so irritating, ang daming nangungulit. But on the other hand, it's actually a cool thing kung tutuusin mo because you started a business and there are so many people, di ba, wanting to help you and guide you get established here. Ngayon naman, if you're somebody, di ba, you've been in Usana for over a year, over 2 years, you feel directionless, you feel you can, di ba, perform better pero feeling mo you're underperforming, di ba, you need to reconnect with your mentor. Don't wait for your mentor to, alam mo yun, kailan ba ako papansinin ni mentor? Kailan ba ako babalikan ni mentor? Parang kinalimutan na yata ako ni mentor. Di ba, a lot of leaders are like that and I really don't understand. If you need help, di ba, if you need guidance, if you need, di ba, nandiyan na naman yung mentor mo. Di ba, may text, may Facebook Messenger, may Viber. Di ba, there are so many ways naman to communicate. So message mo lang yung mentor mo, magpag-goal set ka. And kami, that's what we've been doing throughout the years. No? We're very grateful to Mentor Nat. As in, from PPPS days to Gold Director Run, Ruby Run, Emerald Run, in this year, no, gusto namin magpa-push. Kaya lang wala naman kaming upline that we're working with closely. So we still go back to our upline. So right now, if you're not finding that momentum yet, di ba, baka kailangan mo lang ng mentoring session, coaching session. And actually, marami naman dyan sa tabi-tabi. You just need to be humble enough and reach out to them. And secondly, no, after connecting or reconnecting with your mentor, here in Usana this year, especially if you want to hit goals, you need to master all the things that you need to master. So if you don't know how to invite, start inviting. If you don't know how to close, start closing. If you don't know how to present, start presenting. Kasi a lot of people sinasabi, they hold themselves back. Mentor, I don't want to present yet because I'm not good at presenting. How will you ever be good at presentations kung hindi mo sinisimulan? Sabi nga nila, before you're able to give excellent presentations, you need to be able to give muna mga good presentations. Before you're able to give good presentations, you'd have to give siguro mga so-so presentations. Alam mo yung medyo sablay. And before you give so-so presentations, you have to give terrible presentations muna. Diba? You start terrible but you end up excellent. So dito, the faster you start, the faster you do it. Diba? And as you do it repeatedly, gumagaling ka ng gumagaling. Hindi naman pwedeng 2021, hindi ka marunong mag-present. Diba? Grabe naman, 2022, hindi ka pa rin marunong mag-present. Diba? 2021, mahiyain ka. Pati ba naman, pagdating ng 2022, mahiyain ka pa rin. So these things, no, itong mga inhibitions, yung mga konting pag-hold back natin sa sarili, come to think of it, no, minsan yung konting hold back na yan lang pala yung susi, no? Overcome mo lang yung shyness. Overcome mo lang yung mga whatever holding back yourself dyan. Diba yan lang pala yung gap between you and goal director, sa totoo lang. So try to master that ASAP. And secondly, a lot of people, they feel na parang sobrang hirap mag-build ng network. Guess what, guys? Especially if you're new, especially if you're part of a team like NXGN. Because all programs are in place already, ang gagawin mo na lang mag-promote. Ang gagawin mo na lang magpa-attend. So dito, basically, no, if you have a team and ang problem mo, mentor, I'm not good at trainings. I'm not good at equipping my downline. So what? Diba yung NXGN, they have so many trainings. Diba ang dami-dami yung events. Even yung programs ng NXGN, they're being copied by other teams, even yung team namin. So dito, no, a lot of people feeling nila, well, mentor, I'm trying to make my downlines attend but they never do. Di ba? Parang wala silang yaya, they're so preoccupied, hindi talaga nila matutukan ng oras. And for me, no, to make people attend, it's as basic as this. So I don't believe that people are busier now. Yung mga sign-ups, ang hirap na magpa-active. That's not true. You're just doing things wrong. 'Di ba? So how do you make people attend training? So it goes back to just being excited. So what happens ba in the field, no? The thing that I've observed sa mga uplines right now. So the way they do it, it's like this. Kunyari merong nag-sign up. Again, no, sabihin natin si Camille and Jeremy. Kung ako yung upline, this is what happens, no, in practice right now. Hi Camille, hi Jeremy. Welcome ito pala yung ID numbers niyo. Welcome to the team. And add ko rin kayo sa Facebook page so you'd be up to date sa mga trainings natin. Bye guys. Tapos I'd go to my upline. Hi MentorNet, I have 2 sponsors. Uy, good job Ryan. Naka-attend na ba sila ng NDO? Na basic training na ba sila? Ay, hindi pa mentor. Sige po, I'll ask them to attend. Tapos ngayon, I'll message them on Facebook. Hi Camille, hi Jeremy, there's an NDO tonight, 8 o'clock. You need to attend that kasi bago kayo para maintindihan nyo yung business. I'll send you the Zoom link. So when I do it that way, no, lalo na sa Facebook chat, kung ako yung bago, ano yung psyche? Parang, oh my God, I wasn't sure nga kung gusto kong mag-join. May Zoom training pa pala to. Gaano katagal ba yan? Di ba? What's in it for me? Di ba? Parang busy ako, next time na lang. Sabihin mo na lang ako pag may next schedule, huwag mo na akong kulitin. Di ba? So, sorry Ryan I cannot attend the NDO tonight. Okay, sige. Next time na lang, I'll update you. Anyway, welcome to Usana again. Ganun lang. So, until such time na, grabe, 4 weeks na yung downline ko, hindi pa siya nabe-basic training. Di ba? What was wrong in the beginning, no? The very wrong thing that happened was you did not promote it correctly. So how do you promote trainings? Number 1, you have to be excited. So when I say excited, again, how do you do it? Every time people sign up, it's automatic. Kapag nag-sign up yan ng Thursday, you have to think, ano ba yung team training natin on Friday? Is it a product training? Is it NDO? Is it health and freedom? Di ba dapat top of mind na yan kaagad? Pag nag-sign up yan ng Thursday, I'm not too sure about your progress, but let's say there's an NDO tomorrow. Nag-sign up ng Thursday. Camille, welcome to Usana. Save mo na yung ID number. That's gonna be your ID number lifetime. And add din kita, Camille, sa Facebook page para you're gonna be in the loop din. Ma-meet mo yung mga other teammates natin and makita mo yung training posters. And you know what, Camille, grabe ang perfect ng timing mo Alam mo, every Friday, yung NXGN, we have a new distributors orientation. Alam mo, Camille, when I started in Usana a month ago, yung problem ko, hindi ako marunong magbenta. Hindi ko talaga naintindihan yung presentation. Alam mo, Camille, after I attended the new distributors orientation, that's how I got yung paano ba mag $100 per week. And you know what, Camille, right now, I'm quite consistent na with $100 weekly. Alam mo, Camille, maganda talaga. Attendan mo na yung NDO tomorrow. Promise, Camille. It's gonna be so worth your time. Para next week, let's go for your first $100. Na I'll send you the Zoom link, Camille. Diba? It's so, so swak, lalo na bago ka. Talagang marami kang mapupulot doon. So ako, I make the person commit na, habang ini-encode pa lang sila, habang newly enrolled sila. So it's different, those two things are different. Telling them and exciting them. Diba? Don't merely tell them to attend. Di ba na parang may memo. So you should really excite them. You know what? There's a product training tomorrow. Alam mo ba, when I started in Usana, I didn't know how to sell my products. Alam mo, after attending the product training, doon ko na-appreciate. Ang ganda pala talaga. And after attending that, I found it easier, to share the products sa ibang tao. And right now, I'm like, almost half of my products na benta ko na. Alam mo, maganda attendan mo yung product training tomorrow. Diba? So there's a vast difference between telling people to attend and exciting them to attend. The moment you shift your gear from merely telling them to exciting them, guys, ang dali-dali mag-build ng network. Just imagine if all your downlines, diba, 10 pay-ins, lahat nag-attend ng NDO. 10 new pay-ins, lahat umattend ng product training, lahat umattend ng mga system trainings, ng mga skills trainings. Diba? If they just attend all the trainings, ang dali-daling mag-build ng network. Diba? So stop saying ang hirap. You're just overlooking the basic things. And lastly, if you really want to grow your team, you need to always lead by example. So dito, keep in mind, no, kung ano yung pace mo, that's the pace of your organization pababa. If you've been a builder for 6 months, malamang sa malamang, there's not too much rank advancement sa ilalim mo right now. So if you're a builder, gusto mo, mentor, I really want to ignite momentum. I really want things to be faster in my business. What do I do? Well, the best way you can do, no, is to rank advance. So if you've been builder for the past 6 months, dapat talaga ang deadliest deadline mo is April for director. Diba? That should be like one big push. Diba? Director ka by April, come June, diba? Rank advance to silver. So you're already silver by June, come October, rank advance to gold. And you know what, guys? So if that's your pace, everybody in your organization thinks achievable pala. Madali pala. Yung upline ko nagawa niya eh. Diba? So if you want to set the pace, if you want to speed things up, the best thing you can do is to rank advance. Diba? Not your upline, but you. Kasi minsan yung upline mo gold na, nag-ruby na. It does not have so much impact sa organization. Kasi ang may inspire sa gold to ruby are the golds. But if you want to inspire, diba, your very new downlines, the person who should be leading by example is you. So kung ikaw naman, diba, you're already consistent with $100 per week, yeah, that's good, diba? Pero wag kang masiyahan dyan. Start pushing for $200 a week. If you're somebody, you're consistent with $200 a week already, diba? Don't be contented with that. Start pushing for $300, $400 a week. In the moment you have that discipline, the moment you have that habit, everybody in your org, grabe, ang bilis ni upline ha. Kayang-kaya niya palang gawin. Sige na nga, gagawin ko din yon. And the moment that becomes the culture in your team, guys, sobrang daling mag-Usana. Diba? And in retrospect, no, look at these pictures. So I started, I'm not good in sales, I'm not good in business. We started first year convention ng Usana, wala kaming network. Umattend kami ni Mentor Raj. Ito, priority side namin, we only had like 3 downlines. And lahat ng yan nag-quit after convention. But throughout the years, lumaki naman ng lumaki yung team namin. And thankfully, no, because of mentoring. And because of that, ito yung mga travel incentives throughout the year. So, alam mo yung if you really perform well, feeling mo hindi mo siya kaya. But guys, we felt the same way. Pero ito, because of Usana, di ba? Ako, I've never done scuba diving before, but the first time I tried scuba diving sa Great Barrier Reef siya in Australia, di ba? In that time, when you go to Cairns, Australia, super shocked kami. Kasi in Cairns, Australia, when you go there are only 3 5-star hotels. So when we went there, all the 3 5-star hotels were locked down by Usana. So yung Shangri-La, yung Hilton, yung Pullman, if I remember, no, yung 3 hotels na yun, pang Usana lang siya. If you're not Usana, hindi kita pwede mag-check-in doon. Diba in that year, parang there were like over 1,000 associateships yata. So parang yun yata yung year na pinakamarami. Because of that also, diba, ako hindi ko naman target pumunta ng Africa, pero nakapunta na akong Africa. Diba? And it's actually a cool experience to, alam mo yun, to go to different continents throughout the years. And kasama po pa yung mga teammates mong nagpa-perform din. Diba? And apart from that, we've been to yung cruise sa, ano ba to? China, Japan, Korea. And ito no guys, no, one thing talaga that you would come to love about travel incentives, you'd meet people talaga that would really inspire you tremendously. So one person na na-meet namin ni Mentor Raj, this is Mentor Gio. Si Mentor Gio, in case you don't know his story, no, security guard sa Singapore. Right now, he's already an executive 4-star Diamond director. Naka $2 million, $3 million na rin yata sa Usana. Diba? So sabi ko, ako college graduate ako, pero diba, mas mabilis yung rank advancement niya. Nagawa nga niya. Diba? He's a security guard. So kung ikaw, diba, whatever feeling mong handicap meron ka, feeling mo lang yon, kayang-kaya mo naman gawin to. Diba? And apart from that, we've been to Korea, we've been to, saan ba to? Sa Spain. Diba? We've been to the Netherlands, I've been to Greece. Diba? Apart from that, meron ba akong mga kung ano-anong personal trips. So, you know what guys, so you're part of a business talaga. Diba? Ngayon, hindi mo siya fully ma-appreciate kasi feeling mo hindi mo siya kaya. Pero you just need to, alam mo yun, number 1, get engaged. Magpaturo ka sa mentor mo. Get your hands dirty, really build it. Alam mo yung invite people, talk to people, promote trainings. And throughout the years, no guys, you'd be able to build a network na feeling mo hindi mo kayang gawin. And as we end the training, of course, there are so many travel incentives. Diba? There's a very big opportunity in Usana. In this year, no, as you start the new year, for me, this should be everybody's goal. Kasi right now, I mean, for the past years, a lot of people, they wanna project so and so. Di ba, lalo na parang people are so addicted to TikTok. Parang yung mindfulness, yung wakefulness ng mga tao, it's like 50% virtual na. Parang virtual reality na ba ang buhay natin? Di ba? So a lot of people, parang they're so gung-ho about making themselves look good on social media. And there's nothing wrong with that, di ba? Pero at the end of the day, di ba, as years go by, ang gusto mo is to be able to create a life, diba, that feels good on the inside as much as it looks good on the outside. Diba, hindi naman maganda na feeling ng mga tao you're okay but you're not. Diba? So, dito in Usana, you have that chance, diba? I mean, in all aspects, it's covered by the business. Usana is pushing you to be healthy. Diba? Usana is pushing you to be optimally healthy. Diba? I-take mo yung best products. Right now, if you're employed and you want to financially break through, you have that chance in this business. Diba, if you have other businesses and you want to augment your income, diba, you want to make extra 100, 200,000 a month. Guys, ang dami na rin traditional business people. They ended up making 6 figures a month. And minsan nga, ayaw na nila yung traditional business nila. Mas gusto na lang nila ang Usana. Diba, and this is actually a very fun business. And ito, no, this is my last slide. And talagang, nung pandemic times, this is really what I appreciated the most about this, about Usana. So, of course, no, being on the diamond level, lalo na if you're solid, diba? Mentor not level. Of course, the money is good, diba? You make money na you did not expect you'd end up making. Pero sabi ko, more than the money, alam mo yung, I really get to enjoy every single day of my life. And how I wish, no, everybody in Usana, everybody in the world can have this, have the same options. Kasi kung titingnan mo, a lot of people, no, right now, lalo na nung nagda-die down yung cases last year, everybody were just thankful na wow, grabe, finally, tapos na yung pandemic. Wow, di ba, I still got to keep my job. I still have a source of income. Hindi ako nakulelat. Di ba, I still survive. And they already feel contented with that. Pero for me, it's such a tragedy, no, na a lot of people, they're contented with merely surviving. And for me, it's a tragedy na there are a lot of people talented naman. Alam mo yung they deserve more, but they allow themselves to achieve so little. Diba? And what's frustrating, no, for me, hindi ko to na-appreciate when I was younger. Pero sabi nila, diba, yung money naman, yung material wealth, it's all passing kasi pwede mo naman yung kitain ulit. Pero yung time, hindi mo na siya mababalik. And sad to say, no, sabi nga nila, time is the most valuable asset. But people don't own their own time, sa totoo lang. Di ba, imagine mo to, if you're employed right now, di ba, today is Monday, probably right now, nagmamadali ka na, matagal pa ba yung trainer na yan? Kailangan ko nang matulog, maaga pa akong gigising bukas, may trabaho pa ako. Di ba, that's your mindset right now. Bakit? Tingnan mo, nagmamadali kang matulog, kasi kailangan mong gumising ng maaga bukas. Di ba, yun yung masakit. Nasanay ka na lang, pero in reality, alam mo yun, hindi ka pa tapos matulog, gigising ka na. And paggising mo, alam mo yung pagmulat mo ng mata mo, nagmamadali ka to go to work. And pagpasok mo sa work, alam mo you're doing things kasi kailangan gawin because this is what I'm getting paid for. And after work, di ba, you're gonna rush home. Siguro manonood ka ng Netflix, di ba, siguro mag-chill ka. But other than that, wala, natulog ka na ulit because the following day work na. So imagine mo the tragedy, oh. Di ba, you wake up to a day but you don't own that day. Diba, you wake up to Monday but you don't own Monday. You wake up to Tuesday but you don't own your Tuesday. You wake up to Wednesday and you don't own your Wednesday either. Diba, and it's the same for Thursday and Friday. So parang 5 days out of 7 days, you don't own your life. You don't own the 5 days of your life in a week. Diba? And basically, you don't own like what? Age 21 to 65 of your life. Because you're devoting that to work. And a lot of people, no, yung iba humirit sa akin, mentor, you're seeing parang that's too condescending. A lot of people, passion talaga nila yung work nila. Talagang it makes them feel fulfilled. Talagang they get euphoric, kakatrabaho. For me, that's all crap, sa totoo lang. What do I mean? Diba? Sabihin natin, no, what if, no, kalabitin ka ni Lord? Uy, Ryan, you only have like 7 days to live. After 7 days, I'll come back, I'll get you. Knowing that you only have 7 days to live, ilang araw kang papasok sa 7 days? how many days would you go? Grabe, 7 days na lang ako. I'll spend 6 days, di ba, going to work, reporting to my boss because I only have 7 days on earth. Di ba, you're not gonna do that. There are more worthwhile things, no, that you're gonna spend your last 7 days on. And you know what, guys, sadly, those things na gagawin mo sana on your last 7 days, those things that you really love, you don't get to do. Bakit? Because you're tied to your job. Di ba? You're tied to your commitments. So for me, di ba, the ultimate thing is for you to actually break from that setup. Di ba, for me, you don't do Usana. I mean, yeah, if you wanna buy Rolex, di ba, if you wanna buy a sports car, I mean, okay lang naman yan kung yan yung mga trip mo sa buhay. Pero for me, it's very basic. If you're a human being, di ba, you should get to do the things that you love. You should get to spend time the way you want to spend your time. Di ba? And with the way things are going sa career mo, sa traditional business mo, are you headed towards that setup? Or are you being more tied down? Diba? And for me, I'm most grateful, no, every time I look back. Sabi ko, I joined Usana, hindi naman talaga ako naghahanap ng business. Nababadoyan talaga ako sa networking. Pero you know what, guys, right now, sabi ko, tomorrow, ang laki ng problema ko. So tonight, Monday, medyo busy kasi ang daming meetings. Pero tomorrow morning, ang problem ko, I'm not sure anong oras ba ako gigising bukas. Diba? Kasi hindi pa nag-reply yung tennis coach ko, anong oras kami magte-tennis sa umaga. And tomorrow, 5 o'clock, I have a swimming class. Di ba? 5 to 7 p.m. In it between, hindi ko alam kasi last day na yata tomorrow ng Matrix. And I'm so frustrated because I'm a big fan of Matrix. Di ba ako nakakanood ng Matrix? So saan ba yan papalabas? So I need to be able to watch Matrix tomorrow. Pero it should be in between tennis in the morning and my swimming class in the evening. Diba? So those are my problems tomorrow. And ikaw, I don't know ano mong problema mo bukas. Diba? Pero sabi ko, at least, diba, why do I have these problems? So, ba't ganito yung mga problema ko sa buhay? It's because I really built this business like 12, 13 years ago. Diba? It's not easy. But you know what, guys? It's really so rewarding if you build it right. Diba? So this year, diba, you have an option. Mag-quit ka sa Usana, you just go back to work. But will that make you happy sa totoo lang? Or you're just stressed and you just walk away, you want to walk away from stress. And you know what, guys, this year, no, the ultimate goal that you should have is to own your own time, to be able to do things that you love and not worry about money anymore. This business can afford you that. Diba? Hahatawin mo na lang talaga. Alright? So anyway, I hope I was able to impart, no, a thing or two to everybody. Happy New Year to everyone. Go for those goals. And yun, go for rank advancement very, very soon. So, see you all, guys.
Yes. Thank you so much, Mentor Ryan. Grabe. And Happy New Year as well. So, grabe ba, guys? Napawaw ba kayo? And alam niyo na ba kung bakit si Mentor Ryan talaga is one of our next gen's favorite speaker? Grabe, no? So, informative, exciting, and very practical tips yung binigay sa atin ni Mentor Ryan. But before natin i-let go, no, si Mentor Ryan for tonight, so we're opening the floors for 2 questions only. Kaya if you have question, make sure, ayan, you send it to our group chat, ayan, right now, para matanong pa natin. But, ayan, since very limited na rin yung time that we have, and of course, di ba, ayaw naman natin ubusin, di ba, ang oras ni Mentor Ryan for tonight. For sure, marami pa siyang meeting. So we will be starting with the first question. Ayan, so question daw, ayan, Mentor Ryan, no? So, sige, hinga ka muna ng onte, Mentor, kasi alam na tuloy-tuloy kang nagsalita, no? So, but, ayan, our question number 1 is this. So, from part-timer siya. So, sabi niya, Mentor, question po, for part-timers po, what should be the number of presentation and invites per day?
Well, sabi ni Colette Larsen, no, it's 4x2x1. But the people who really perform in our team, they set like 2 to 3 presentations a day.
Mm-hmm.
Diba? Of course, at the very least, you should be doing 4x2x1 every week. But if you really want to hit gold, like in 3 months or 6 months time, it would be faster if you can do 2 to 3 presentations per day ng personal guests mo. That was the training sa amin ni Mentor Nat before. So I think the formula hasn't changed. So the more presentations, di ba, kung hindi ka magaling mag-present, hindi ka magaling mag-invite, pero alam mo yung sobrang dami mong attempts, gumagaling ka talaga eh. Mm-hmm. So I don't believe in inviting like 1 person every 2 weeks, di ba, 1 guest a week. Walang nag-world director sa ganyan. if you really want to hit director, if you want to rank advanced to silver to gold, kailangan talaga 4x2x1 or better yet, di ba? If you can do 2 to 3 presentations, 2 to 3 guests per day, that's the best.
Yes, ayan. So, I agree, di ba? So, tama naman yun. So, ayan, kanina, di ba, binigyan tayo ni Mentor Ryan ng from kay Coach Colette, ayan. So, pero, 'di ba, sabi nga, you can up the standard, ayan. So, from our very own mentor naman. So, kung kaya mo daw ng 2 to 3, 'di ba, a day, and then do so. Ayan. So, for our last question naman for tonight, ayan. So, ang question niya, Mentor Ryan, is can you give us some techniques on how you invite? Did you direct it to the point or with the script?
For me, when it comes to inviting, the more casual, the more effective. So the problem with inviting, especially with newbies, they overthink, they overanalyze, and it makes things so difficult for them.
Mm-hmm.
So what do I mean? A lot of people, kunyari, Camille, a long lost friend, kunyari, I try to invite you, a lot of people, they would think of it this way. Kunyari mag-hi ako, hi Camille, how are you? How's your work? Married ka na ba? How are you right now? Kumusta ka ngayong pandemic? Ngayon, they try to do small talk. And a lot of people, the big problem is shifting the conversation to the offer. So, pag isi-shift na nila yung conversation to the offer, they would start over-analyzing, shucks, what if I tell Camille na nag-offer ako ng vitamins, shucks, baka mabaduyan siya sa akin. Baka mag-no siya sa akin. Baka bumaba yung tingin niya sa akin. Naku, if I offer Camille a business, tapos malaman niyang networking, shucks, baka magalit to sa akin. Naku, hindi ko alam. Paano ko ba naku, anyway, nice to meet you again, Camille. Bye-bye. Mentor, wala talaga akong ma-invite. Diba? It is because you have a lot of people you could talk, but you're making it complicated every time you talk to them. So for me, to simplify things, every time I talk to people, I try to simplify it, thinking of it this way. What if I'm not a Usana distributor, I'm selling Mercedes-Benz or I'm selling insurance, and you're a long-lost friend? Of course, diba yung human being to another, wait Camille, how are you? You're married na? Kumusta ka na? Are you still based in the Philippines? Oy, by the way, Camille, right now, I'm connected with Mercedes-Benz. Gusto mo bang bumili? Naghanap ka bang car? Bili ka naman. Okay. Hindi ka naghahanap ng Benz. Uy, Camila, kapag meron kang friend, naghahanap ng Benz, share mo naman yung contact details ko. Naghahanap ako ng, kasi, kaka-start ko lang. Gusto ko makabenta ng marami. Diba? O anyway, kunyari insurance. Oh, hi Camille, how are you? Are you married na? Kumusta ka ngayong pandemic? Are you still based in the Philippines? Ay, by the way, Camille, may insurance ka na ba? I'm connected kasi with Sun Life right now eh. Uy, Camille, baka naman you have time. Gusto mong pakinggan? Diba? It's as simple as that. So if it's Usana, uy, Camille, kumusta ka na? Long time no see ah. Oh, how are you during the pandemic? Are you still working? O nga parang hirap, kaya nga talaga right now, talagang dapat nag-vitamins tayo. Ikaw ba Camille, nag-vitamins ka? Familiar ka ba sa Usana? Uy, hindi ka pala familiar. Uy Camille, baka may time ka naman kasi I started Usana as a business 2 weeks ago. Baka willing ka to check it out. Kahit mag-zoom lang tayo one-on-one. Mga 20 minutes lang naman, 30 minutes. Okay. Gusto mo pala yung made in China, 50 cents. Sige, gusto mo lang sa made in China, bye-bye. Diba? So at the end of the day, if they don't like it, so what? Diba, binentahan mo Mercedes-Benz, ayaw niyang bumili ng Mercedes-Benz, gusto niyang bumili ng Kia, why feel hurt about it? Hindi niya afford eh, iba yung taste niya eh. It's not as if nagbenta ka ng gaw-gaw, trinay mo siyang lokohin and, diba, nabuko ka niya and nalaman niya yung modus mo. Hindi naman ganun yung business natin. Every time you offer products, you're offering them the best of the best. Diba, every time we're offering business, yung business natin, diba, listed sa NYSE. Diba, hindi mo type, sige, magbenta kang fishball. Diba, magbenta kang alcohol. Diba, there are so many businesses naman. For me, ba't ka pa maghahanap ng ibang business? Ito, mobile app-based. Diba, online-based. So for me, every time you invite, diba, don't make it a big deal. Make it as casual as possible. Diba, hindi ka nag-offer ng Kia. Hindi ka nag-o-offer ng kumakarag-karag na kotse, nagbebenta ka ng Ferrari, nagbebenta ka ng Mercedes-Benz. Di ba? Kapag Ferrari ang binibenta mo, tapos nagbenta ka sa tao, hindi niya afford, maka-hurt ka ba? Hindi. Mas maiinsulto pa nga yung person na hindi niya ma-afford yung Ferrari mo. So, it's the same thing about Usana. Kung hindi niya afford, di ba, mas gusto niya ng Ampalaya capsule over Usana, bahala sa buhay niya. Di ba? So, don't overthink and yun, make it as casual as possible. And if you have that mindset, guys, sobrang dali mag-invite.
Very true. Ayan. So, very well said. Tama ba? Do not complicate things. And for sure, ayan, natatawa kayo kasi nakaka-relate kayo, di ba? And maybe, di ba, some of us, yun naman talaga yung iniisip before we invite. So, grabe talaga, no? Very practical learning. Thank you so much, Mentor Ryan Tan. So, once again, next Gen, let's give another round of a virtual clap to our speaker. So, thank you so much,